Graveyard Keeper was developed by a small Russian-based company called Lazy Bear Games, and published by Tiny Build, a small company in the USA with a development studio in the Netherlands. Together they got this inaccurate medieval graveyard simulation into our hands, and it has won over my heart. You control the nameless protagonist, who is often called just the Keeper or the Graveyard Keeper, who was transported back in time after a car collided with him, and now he's the Gravekeeper in some small village. In his hazy death dream at the beginning of the game, the Keeper is instructed to find Jerry. When you do, you unearth a talking skull who has the answers to all of your questions, except he has amnesia. The basic plot of the game is you trying to figure out how to get back home while befriending random people who laugh at your story when you tell them you're from the future. No one seems to give a shit, which is part of the fun behind the title. Sure, it's about getting corpses, doing some shady shit from time to time, but the humor that jabs at the poor by the bishop and the insulting corporate fat cats, as said by the talking donkey, is pretty amusing. Then you get roped into watching a witch burning, and the grim reality of the Keeper's situation is renewed. The game takes a crisp 16-bit style, much like Stardew Valley, and has you slowly learn new techniques and items to build, allowing you to open up new areas and explore. And that's a major chunk of the game. If long grinding gets on your nerves, this might not be the game for you. You have a set skill tree path, albeit with multiple levels, something I didn't realize and thought it was only one page. From here you can learn new things, unlock perks, and gain the knowledge to build new things. You'll be given a task that involves multiple dots to connect, and once you achieve that, the next giant project involving a billion tiny jobs opens up, and you do it all over again. Much like another game I covered in this series, My Time at Portia, the main plot projects can have an insane number of steps to complete before you start to scratch the surface. Take the first job for instance. You need to repair the graveyard and make it look pretty. To do this, you need a wood repair kit, which needs 4 times flitch, 1 times wooden plank, and 4 times nails. You can get the flitch by cutting down trees. Wooden planks you can get by using the carpenter's workbench. Nails, you need a wooden anvil to make them. The wooden anvil needs simple iron parts and a wood billet. Wood billets come from a sawhorse, which needs 10 wooden sticks, so make it now. Simple iron parts come from iron ingots. Iron ingots are made at the furnace from iron ore in rocks. The furnace needs simple iron parts to make, so go buy some or find some in some of the crates in your basement. Make the furnace and heat the iron ore. Make the wooden anvil using bought simple iron parts. Use the wooden anvil to make more simple iron parts and nails. Make the carpenter's bench. Cut the wooden planks. Make multiple wood repair kits. And while you're doing all of this fetching and making, you'll be draining your energy meter, the blue bar at the top left of the screen. This is a very annoying thing that drains faster than you'd expect. Having your keeper dude exhausted after an hour of working isn't uncommon, so you'll need to make food to snack on in order to actually do all this work in good time. Unfortunately, making food also goes through a multiple step process and requires energy as well, so make sure you balance your energy with all the jobs you take on, which are numerous. Not only do you have to build all of your shit, you are still managing with corpses at your gravekeeping job. You end up becoming a cleric for the church and run weekly prayers. You can enter the trade and sell at the market, deal with a donkey protest, explore a dark dungeon. You'll get sucked into a gaming void like I did. The music is fine, mild, and grim most of the time, much like the setting. The voices, if you can call them that, are mumbly nonsense as their little speech bubbles come up, like Animal Crossing, with some people being a bit more annoying than others. But you can cut off the sounds by pressing the confirm button as the text is scratching itself into the bubble. The sound effects are satisfying, which is definitely important in a game where you'll be hearing them often as you gather new resources and explore your surroundings. If you like gathering and grinding through a unique game setting, this game is pretty darn fun. There are a number of moral choices to go through, especially with the corpse handling. Do you want to remove their bones? How about their skull? How about their fat? How about their skin? All of these affect the rating on the graveyard, so be careful what you want to harvest from this dead person. The first time I played the game, I sunk around 5 hours in one go, so I would definitely recommend this if you're a fan of harvest sims and don't mind the tedious grind. If you plan to play this game, explore your surroundings and talk to everybody. If they have a small fetch quest, do it. They'll usually trade goods with you afterwards, and it's often something you'll desperately need to complete an objective. Enjoy!